Is it possible to have a monogamous relationship?
Very possible to have a monogamous relationship. But in this day and time, it's not one of the easiest things to have.
Why?
Well, in my opinion, we live in the day of the whore.
Welcome to LoveEncore. I'm KarenLee, and I'm here with the Advice Show. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing today?
Really good. I've actually never been to Texas, so
never been to Texas? You
no,
should come down here.
I should come down and visit. That would be
what
fun.
I mean by the day of the whore is that, when people like Kim Kardashian came out with sex tapes and stuff like that, and she go from having a sex tape to being on the billboards and in every magazine, then a lot of other women say, hey, maybe I can make a sex tape too and do things like that. And at one point in time, that would have been shunned. Now,
now it's a status symbol if you did a sex tape.
A woman want to hold herself out. You got about 10 other females that'll give it up right then and there. So it's really kind of leads toward the way of, that's why I say the hoe. And most dudes don't respect no hoe anyway.
Well, what does a woman do then to get respect?
At the end of the day, most men don't want a hoe because you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. You can't do that. Most men, it's already encoded in their DNA. Like they'll sit up there and fool with about 30, 40 hoes, but when they want to settle down, they're going to look for the, the female that's going to want to, do right, go on a family and stuff like that. They don't want to settle down with a hoe because a hoe going to cheat on you. Every guy know that.
Right. Well, I think the same thing with a man, once a cheat, always a cheat. So if the guy's going to cheat, if you're fooling around with some guy who's married, and he's cheating with you, what makes you think you're going to be any different if he goes with you? That's my theory about it.
Exactly, because that's more so they are just a deceptive person. That's really what it
right, and you can't trust that person anyway, and that's the bottom line about their character.
Exactly.
And I tell that to my friends all the time. They're like, well, it's different with me. His wife never gave him sex. And I'm like, are you kidding me? If the idea of sex with the same partner gets old, what does one do to make sure that it doesn't get old?
You don't know how to do innovative things to keep him interested, you're going to be in trouble. So don't think that just because today your vagina's gold, it's going to be that way the next 5 years.
It's not going to be that special.
But the thing is, you got to stay attractive, turning your man on, stuff like that. And also you need to be kind of open and different things in the bedroom. I know it's not easy on women to be dealing with men sometimes, but we're really not that hard to please. I mean, it's kind of easy. If you can make a good sandwich and keep our belly happy, give us some good sex, and stay attractive, that's all you got to do. Yes, and women just stay where they were at when they were dating a guy. Like, if you're giving this guy sex 5, 6 times a day, don't stop that. If you put on the makeup and the hair and the heels, and all, don't stop any of that. Because that's what get women in trouble when they quit all that. Oh, I got kids. I got this. I'm telling you, you're going to get in trouble.
Right. You're saying that if a woman lets herself go, then it almost lends itself to, the guy cheating.
I'm not saying it's going to make the guy cheat, but it's going to make the guy have thoughts every once in a while. If you let yourself go and then you're not giving it up at the same time, I mean, you just kind of really, and all of a sudden the first time you catch a guy looking at other women when before then he never did. Right. I'm not saying he said something to him. I'm not saying he did anything.
But it's
just kind of paying attention.
The men can also go down that same route, though. I hate to tell you that. The men can let themselves go.
I have to agree with you because sometimes men let themselves go. And, sometimes
they think I'm married. I don't have to worry about my weight.
Yes, I get it. Men do put on weight. But the deal is women versus men. And why a lot of times, even though this is a double standard, but it's just a true standard, men are judged on success. Women are judged on beauty. So that's a lot of times where they go. That's why you'll see a guy at 300-400 pounds could have the baddest chick in America. If
you're thinking of the traditional male society, that the men are going to have more money, more power, they can get away with, I don't have to look so great because I got this woman, and if I don't have her, I got 10 other ones lined up. I know that as you get to a certain age, past 40 and 50, women are just looking for those men that are successful.
They can be 20 and still look for that. Think about it. I mean, look at Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne look like a bird, but yet he got all these females. Like, why? Lil Wayne got money. You can look at somebody like Rick Ross. Most females probably would turn that kind of guy down, but they won't now because Rick Ross got all this money. So if you got money, you're going to have women. Bottom line, no matter what color of the rainbow, you're going to have women as a man. But now, think about it. A woman could have all kind of money. Give example, Oprah Winfrey, billionaire. How many guys you think knocking down her door to be
People judge women, older women dating younger men. Oh, you know, she's just preying on this younger guy. No one says that about an older man dating a younger woman. Oh, well, he's cool. He's dating this young girl. Young girls are going after the older man because they want the money. I mean, no young girl in her 20s is going after the 55-year-old guy for his personality. But if it's reversed, crazy cougar predator, you know. So it's like there's definitely a double standard when it comes to that type of thing.
America's the land of double standards.
Right.